Good morning everyone, it is race day today. The qualifying yesterday, it was awesome. The rain that was promised by the forecast did eventually come, but it wasn't bad enough that it really affected things. There's plenty of reportage online about the results, so you can go to those websites and check them out. I want to talk about something else. So there was a bit of gossip after qualifying. Apparently the Santa Cruz boys almost missed their qualifying start time. If you miss it, you don't get to race. So they must have been warming up, got their times wrong, and they nearly missed it. Luckily they didn't. Also, Eddie Masters was rider number 20 coming into this race. In the past, being a top 20 number meant you had protected qualifying status. So if you have a crash or have an accident, doesn't matter, you get to qualify. Eddie crashed in qualifying and he wasn't sure. I was chatting with the guys over at Pivot, he wasn't sure if he was protected or not. So when he rolled down, he was kind of hoping he was going to get an automatic qualification, but he didn't, because he wasn't protected. Here's why. If you can't be bothered listening to me talking about seeding and qualifying rules, hit the link up there and just go and watch some biking. Also, if you've no idea what I'm talking about but want to watch this video, you should probably watch that video explaining the new qualifying rules and protected rider rules. For 2018, the permanently protected riders are Aaron Gwynn, Troy Brosnan, Greg Minnaar, Loic Bruni, Loris Vergier, Danny Hart, Jack Moir and Mark Wallace, Laurie Greenland and Alexander Fayol. There's 10 of them. They were the top 10 from the season last year. I've stuck their race numbers, maybe if I stand back a bit, I've stuck their race numbers next to their names because that is relevant for what I'm talking about. So by the current rules, the next 10 riders after these 10 in the overall standings for the current series are awarded protected status. Those riders are Lucas Shaw, Dean Lucas, Sam Blenkinsop, Dakota Norton, Florent Payet, Charlie Harrison, Nico Mullally, Joe Smith, Amari Pierron and Remy Theriault. As you'll see, their numbers only go up to 17. So that means number 18, Marcelo Gutierrez, number 19, Brooke McDonald, and number 20, Eddie Masters were not protected riders, even though they had top 20 numbers. That makes sense? I think that makes sense. So what is interesting is that Jack Moir isn't here. So if we take him off the original list, get the original list back up, these are the permanently protected. If we take him off that list, we end up with only 19 protected riders in total. So shouldn't they then bump Marcello, who is the next rider, up into protected status? So we've got 20 protected riders again. And also, what about Minnaar and Dean Lucas? They're injured and aren't racing. So should they not be taken off the list and then put Brooke McDonald and Eddie Masters into that top 20 protected? This hasn't happened, and it seems like the UCI are missing a trick here and some riders are suffering. Specifically Eddie Masters at this race. Sorry, Eddie. Anyway, these 17 protected riders are now ordered according to their qualifying results. That means Lucas Shaw, who was fastest qualifier, will be last man down the hill, so we don't have that same confusion we had with Brooke McDonald at the last round. That leaves 8 places on the Red Bull live stream, which shows the top 25 riders, or last 25 riders, and they will be filled by Greg Williamson, Connor Fearon, Martin Mays, Finn Isles, Marcelo Gutierrez, Adam Brayton, G. Atherton, Brendan Fairclough and Brooke McDonald. So that is what is happening for Race Runs Later. I hope that's made some sense. I think over time it will become more simple to understand, but for the meantime I get to make videos about it and you get to watch it. Hope you enjoy. So hit the link at the end of this video and we'll go to some interesting, sketchy, after rain woods action. So I'll see you there. Peace.